Welcome to the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by Shekina community members. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com.
Hello, this is Ro.
And this is Neil, and this is week 28 of the podcast, and we are as happy as a duck in a basin of water to be here. Quack, quack. It's Friday the 5th of April, as we record this on Koh Phangan in the south of Thailand.
Listeners, this podcast is supported by you. Because this podcast is about meditation, we want to keep it ad-free. We don't want to be interrupting your meditation with ads. So our beloved patrons at patreon.com support us for as little as $1 a month. And those amazing patrons get extra audio every month. If you're interested in helping out the podcast, you can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast.
Supporting this podcast helps to keep Shekina communities running and free for travelers and spiritual seekers, and it helps us to know that you appreciate what we're doing in putting this podcast into the world. Patrons, you are the best.
Yes.
You make us feel like we are waking up on our birthday. What a treat.
Yay. We also want to give a shout out this week to those who are meditating along with us at Warm Heart, Mexico.
Ooh.
Our friends there told us this week that they get together and listen to the podcast together every Monday and meditate along with us. So we wanted to say hello. We love you guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for getting involved.
Yeah.
And if you're listening and you have started a little group or that you get together with a friend to listen to the podcast, let us know. Maybe shoot us a photo and we'll let other people know about it. And it's just cool. It's encouraging for us to hear of groups making use of this little recording.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, Ro, what have you been up to this week?
Well, you may have noticed that you said Koh Phangan.
I did.
So we are down in the south of Thailand. You can hear some different sorts of birds to normal in the background, possibly. The smoke levels up in the north of Thailand have hit record highs.
Yeah.
And so there's a bunch of us who have come down here to one of the islands to get away from the smoke, have some clean air to breathe, but also run some community stuff every week. So we've got meals and meditations and other stuff happening. And we're hanging out with friends that we're making here, but also half of Pai is down here escaping the smoke. So everywhere we go we are running into friends from Pai.
Yeah.
So that's really lovely. How about you, Neil?
Well, I too have been enjoying the fresh air.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah. And also the new birds. Yeah, this last year I've been getting into bird watching. So that's been really nice. I saw a couple of mornings before a new bird, a pink-necked green pigeon.
Yeah, so pretty.
Really sweet little bird. And just yesterday I saw a brown-backed needle-tail, that's right, brown-backed needle-tail.
They're so pretty. They're kind of like a swallow or a swift, but a bit bigger. Gorgeous.
And you can hear them whooshing over as they fly over the top. Yeah, really sweet. So that's been nice. And swimming in the ocean. Yeah, it's so nice to swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
Very refreshing.
It's good for the soul.
Well, today's meditation is the Lectio Divina on 1 John 3, 1-3, guided by Ray and recorded in Pai in northern Thailand. The meditation will have 3 parts. During the first, Ray will guide you through some preparation, and she'll read the verses slowly with a lot of silence in between them. And for the third part, you can process your experience either by journaling or in a small group if you have been meditating with others. It's a good practice to listen well without interrupting or correcting each other. So using a talking stick or other object can be helpful.
Okay, let's begin.
Welcome today to Shekina Meditation. Today's meditation will be a Lectio Divina from the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verses 1 to 3. As we enter into Lectio Divina, we listen to words with a lot of silence. We give them space to breathe in us. And we ask the Spirit of God to sit with us with these words as we allow ourselves to play, to imagine, to fly with the words, to feel the words, to hear the sound and the heft and the weight of them, to hear the meaning and the spirit behind them. Shekina meditation is about meditating with God, the Spirit of God with us, coaxing us and enlivening our hearts as we meditate, and then clearing a space for the divine presence to speak to us. It's a good practice to use all of our imaginations to try to cast aside any thoughts of what should be, what you should be doing or thinking about, and allow what happens right now in this current, present moment as we dwell with the scripture and God comes and speaks to us. There are so many promises of the presence of God throughout the Bible. So here we are, we sit together, we listen, we spend time with the Spirit of God, the divine presence, the Holy One, as He welcomes us. I'm going to guide you through some preparation exercises to bring you to a place where you feel a little more ready for meditation, exiting one part of your day into a different part of the day. After that, we'll read through the verses a few times with a lot of silence between, and then it will be time for sharing. Let's begin with posture, coming into a posture of readiness. Sit with your spine reaching for the sky, straight and tall, the crown of your head pointing toward the sky, lifting up. If you feel comfortable, you can open your hands in a posture of acceptance, readiness, willingness. You don't need to stay in this posture during the meditation. You can move around. Shift your body if you need to, but let's begin here. Take some time to become aware of your breathing, listening as your chest rises and falls with each breath, following your breath all the way into your lungs and all the way back out again. The rhythm of breathing is with us always. If you find your mind drifting during the meditation, you can return to breath. Become aware of the sounds around you. What do you hear? Sounds can encourage you on your way. You can incorporate them into your practice. Sometimes we find ourselves wandering and a quick sound can bring us back. Try to find the quietest sound. We've all come today with many thoughts. We carry them with us where we go. Sometimes they come and bleed into other times of the day when thoughts from a previous conversation might bring you somewhere that you don't need to be during something else that you're doing. Imagine your thoughts running along like a stream, a little stream, over stones, under trees. Take a moment to watch them go by. When you're ready, you can follow your thoughts along the stream, walk beside until you reach a place where they run into a clear, quiet pond, and all is still. This is your place of focus, this clear, quiet, still pond. Take some time to imagine yourself here. Again, if you are distracted, you can come back to this quiet space. You are not alone here. This is a place of love. You are welcome here, and you have been invited by the Divine Presence to sit with the Spirit of God beside the waters. If you feel comfortable, you can speak some words of invitation or intention to the divine presence. Maybe something like, I'm ready, or I want to be near you, or just come. From the book of 1 John. See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. Dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like Him, for we shall see Him as He is. All who have this hope in Him purify themselves, just as He is pure. See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. Dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. All who have this hope in him purify themselves, just as he is pure. see what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know Him. Dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when Christ appears, we shall be like Him, for we shall see Him as He is. All who have this hope in Him purify themselves, just as He is pure. Take a moment to slowly come back. Pull yourself back from where you've gone. Take a moment to slowly come back to your surroundings. Bringing your awareness back to your body and your breath and where you are, where you're sitting, who's around you. And soon we will move on to the next part of our meditation. When you are ready, take a few deep breaths and begin your time of journaling or sharing with others. Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation each week, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Have a beautiful week. Blessings to you.